Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're taking a quick look at and installing the MP Concepts GT350 style hood in the unpainted finish, available for the 2018 and newer GT and V6 Mustang. Right off the bat, guys, I know I said it's unpainted. We did, however, paint match ours to our Velocity Blue 19 GT, just to show you guys what a finished product would look like. But keep in mind, out of the box, it is an unpainted aluminum finish. Now, you should be checking this out for your own GT or V6 if you're looking for that iconic GT350 styling at the front end of your Mustang. Now, we know the GT350 has a coveted exterior look, super aggressive, one of the most aggressive, arguably, in the Mustang lineage. You can get that for yourself here by switching out your factory hood in favor for one that has a larger center heat extractor and some more pronounced body lines in the center there. Now, that heat extractor is not just for looks, it's functional. It goes all the way through the hood to help push all of the hot engine bay heat out to help keep engine temperatures down. We all know that keeping engine temps down can translate to a more efficient engine, increasing horsepower and torque. Now, this particular hood's a little bit different in construction than most aftermarket hoods in the category. Most often you see fiberglass, and if you're going for a lightweight option, carbon fiber. This one is actually just a lightweight aluminum. Now, the aluminum is really high quality and has a smooth gel coat on the top and bottom to help with the painting process to make that a little bit easier. Now, again, we did paint match ours to the Velocity Blue, and you can see with it paint matched on the vehicle, fully installed with the inserts there for the honeycomb. It looks really good, follows the good body lines of the S550, and it hugs the edges really nicely. Now, the price tag for this guy comes in right around $1,000. It is a little bit more premium when it comes to price compared to some of the other options, but keep in mind that not only is this a better material than the fiberglass, it's got a better fitment, and it's the iconic GT350. On top of that, to add to the premium price tag, all of the holes underneath of the hood there that are required to transfer over factory components are drilled out. Not something you can say for a lot of the other options in the category that are on the cheaper side of things, so spending a couple extra bucks to avoid having to do any kind of custom drilling or picking up washer relocation kits, for example, that's a worthwhile price in my personal opinion. If you're looking to save some dough, there are some cheaper options out there. They just don't come pre-drilled. So you can use your factory hood prop, you can use your factory weather stripping and heat shield underneath, and your washer fluid nozzles and tubing all get transferred over. Now, the install for this, I'm giving 2 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. It's not overwhelmingly a difficult install. It's going to use the same 2 hood hinges on the back with the factory bolts, and your striker pin will transfer over, but it is a 2-man job. With that, I'm bumping it up a little bit at the difficulty. Keep in mind, anytime you do body panels, especially a hood, you're running the risk of damaging things like your fenders. So you want to take extreme caution. If you don't have confidence doing it yourself, no shame handing it over to a professional to get done properly. With that said, guys, I'm going to show you every step of the process. It'll take you about an hour, maybe 2 from start to finish when all is said and done, depending on experience. Let's get started. Tools used in the install include an impact gun, a ratchet, a 10mm deep socket for the ratchet and the impact, and a panel removal tool. First step here, pop your hood. We're gonna have to take off this underhood heat shield. There's a bunch of these Christmas tree plastic clips all along the inside here on the heat shield. Grab a panel removal tool and we're gonna start popping these guys off. All right, just like that. Repeat that for all of them. All right, with the last one, the heat shield will fall, and you can just set that guy aside. Next up, we're gonna disconnect and remove our washer fluid accessories. Now, the first thing we wanna do is grab that panel tool and pry off the clip holding this wire, or the hose itself, to the hood. Once that's off, you may have one on the other side. Ours is already disconnected. From there, you're just gonna pull and disconnect it from the tube leading down to the nozzle. All right, it's either gonna disconnect here or like mine did, down at the nozzle itself. Either way is fine. And we're just gonna set that down. Now for the nozzle, you're basically gonna go right underneath of it, put your hand here, and pull straight back, and it disconnects. All right, I'm gonna set this down just at the nose there, and repeat that on the other side. All right, disconnect this down here, and then pull the T-fitting off. All right, again, it came off at the nozzle. That's no problem at all. And then grab the nozzle itself, just like that. Next up, we're gonna remove our weather stripping here. The new hood is pre-drilled for that, so we can pop that off easily. We're gonna use a panel removal tool. What you're basically gonna do is just gently pull on the weather stripping to see where the clips are. There's a little clip right there. So we'll pry out and it's just like that. It's a little blue guy. All right, so this guy here, same thing. You just want to be careful because sometimes they can tend to get stuck in the hood and pull straight out of the weather stripping. It's not the end of the world if that happens, it just makes it a little bit trickier. Cool. All right, keep it going. All right, now if it does come off like that and the clip is still in the hood, grab your needle nose pliers, get a grip on one side, and you're just gonna pry that guy off. And then from there, if you want, you can just put it right back in the hole in the weather stripping. All right, I think you guys get the point. Repeat that for the rest of them. All right, next up we can focus on taking our hood striker pin off. We have to transfer this one over to our new hood. Grab your 10 socket and get these 2 nuts off. All right, bring that down and set them aside. Next up we can focus on our hood hinges. Grab a 10mm deep socket. We're gonna loosen up all 4 nuts, 2 on each side. Don't completely remove them, just get them hand tight so you can easily pop them off with a friend. Same thing on the other side. All right, now grab a helping hand and get this hood off. All right, with one person on each side, we're gonna pop this guy up, take our hood prop off, loosen up those nuts and remove them, and then set our hood aside. All right, so we got our factory hood off of our 19 GT in Velocity Blue, and it's on the ground here next to our MP Concepts aluminum GT350 style hood. Now, of course, it comes unpainted, but again, we paint matched ours to the factory Velocity Blue just to show you guys that finished product. And let's go through some similarities and differences here. Now, the factory hood, as you know, on the GT has those 2 heat extractor vents with that honeycomb style mesh insert. That's something that you're gonna see similar on the new GT350 style hood, except instead of 2 smaller ones, you get 1 larger or longer heat extractor in the center. Those body lines on the sides are mimicked here, but in the center, the smaller body lines are accentuated here on the GT350 option. They're a lot bolder, they're a lot larger, still follows the same similar lines on the factory body style of the S550, the GT and V6, but it's just going to accentuate those a little bit more. So overall, you get that whole GT350 style vibe at the front end with this hood. You're going to kick all the hot engine bay heat out through that new longer heat extractor in the center of the hood, as opposed to the 2 smaller ones on either side. Now, the nice thing about this MP Concepts one, similar to the factory one, is it's pre-drilled for the hood prop, the weather stripping, the heat shield, and your washer nozzle. So we'll get to transfer all of that over, but we're gonna do that once the hood is installed, just to make it easier with the hood raised, propped up on that hood prop. We do have to install that mesh insert there for the heat extractor, similar to the factory one. It's the matte black with the honeycomb styling. That actually just snaps right on, which we'll do on the ground here just to make it easier, and then we'll install our hood. Now this honeycomb insert here has a little tab on the inside that's gonna slide onto this tab here molded into the hood. So you're basically gonna start there, slide that guy in, the rest of the hooks should follow in place along that edge, and then the top just snaps in. So you just want to find those tabs, snap them in, and we're good to install. All right, with the helping hand of a friend, let's get the hood onto the factory hood hinges, drop those studs through, and tighten them down with the factory nuts. From there, lift up your hood prop. Now we can grab our 10 socket and tighten down these nuts. This may be a trial and error process with lining up where the hood hinge should be. So tighten these down, test out the fitment of your hood, and you may need to come back and try again. Same thing on the other side. With both sides tightened down, let's take our hood prop off. You want to carefully lower your hood, keeping an eye on both sides where it meets the fender. Make sure that it doesn't overlap the fender so that way you're not causing any body damage. Make sure the gaps on both sides are even. Same thing with the back where it matches up with the cowl. Ours looks good, but if you need to make adjustments, now is the time to do so, and then you can move on. Next, we can transfer over our factory hood striker pin. That's just going on just like that. Put the factory 10mm nuts back on and tighten them down. Next, we can reinstall our factory washer nozzles. You're gonna feed your tubing straight down that open hole, bring it out where the nozzle actually seats, just like that. Connect the hose to the nozzle, push straight down, and now you can snap this guy into place starting from the top there. Perfect. Now up here, you can bring this guy up and snap it into place. Repeat on the other side. Next, you can take your factory weather stripping and we're going to snap that into the pre-drilled holes. All right, next up we can put our factory heat shield in place. Now, it can be a little tricky getting this guy to line up. You basically want to look at where the holes are on the factory heat shield and then bring it up to line it up with the holes underside of the hood. Again, a little bit of a trial and error process. Once you get one in, it starts to hold itself in place. Okay, with this last guy in place, you're good to go. That's gonna wrap up my review and install for the MP Concepts GT350 style hood in the unpainted finish. Again, we paint matched ours to the Velocity Blue, but out of the box, it'll be unpainted, ready for you to custom paint it or paint match it to the OEM color. Pick yours up right here at AmericanMuscle.com.